Um, at Trey Stokes Daily Bible Studies, I go, well, I can just do it again. I can do another one. Hang on just a quick second here. Let's just go back over it because there's an addendum. What we love about tomorrow is Alec Baldwin was born April 3rd. 2001: A Space Odyssey and Planet of the Apes both came out on April 3rd. They're both Wednesdays. And it is the Scorpion moon starting at 12 noon or 11 minutes after 12 noon tomorrow. And we talked about James Bond doing shots, Skyfall with Scorpion. And so his shots with the Scorpion. There it is. Moon and Scorpio shot, 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 Scorpio. So, and in Skyfall, he said his hobby was resurrection, and in Skyfall, um, he had a right eye wound. So now we want to cut to um, Alec Baldwin's birthday is also April 3rd. Trump posing with a rabbit, Alec Baldwin, same rabbit, and he said, I think I'm having a Donnie. Anybody see this rabbit? I think I'm having a Donnie Darko moment or something to that effect. But the biggie for me, one cipher I always do is Rising Day would be day 405. I looked at 403 also, but what was interesting was on day, I mean, when I keyed in 405 in the Jewish Hebrew Gematria, which is the most biblical, it came up with Ring of Fire right there. Ring of Fire, the Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire eclipse was on 217. So when we run 217 to 405, it's that perfect 47 days, isn't it? You know, his big number, 47. The total lunar was on 3/3, and it would be 33 days. Mystery Babylon loves that. It's also 4 weeks and 5 days for the 4 or 5. Yeah, his rising would be on that 45, wouldn't it? On that 45 date, 405. Election day that year, he became the 45th president, was on um, a Tuesday. And boy, that's fascinating. That's a personal cipher that just popped up. Um, because that was election day 2024 also, wasn't it? Wow. Election day 2024. Oh, it was November 5th. Okay. Election day 2016.
In the United States
Yeah,
of
it was
America,
November 5th.
Election Day
Okay.
was on Tuesday.
I was just having a brain fart there. Um, but yeah, That is weird. Election day, 11/8. I have a personal cipher that hits right on that. I just thought of it. Something else I wanted to go over his inauguration. Okay, that was what it was. That was on 120. Okay. Yeah, 9 years, 2 months, 16 days, 216. Again, 6 times 6 times 6, James Bond's card tag. 806, 88 in the hours. It's 86 and 88. Death and Rising. 602 is Revelation. It's Charles Concordance and it's 3362. Anyway, I just tomorrow's a very high watch day for me. This pagan Good Friday. Because don't forget, on their pagan Easter bunny day, they go, "He is risen." John Heisman, October 23rd, 1869. If this pops just off the top of our head, 57,142, 1877 in the months. So on our 80-16 day, it's 57,140, 1877 months and 11 days. So you do have your 187 coded. Of course, I like the 57,142 for other personal cipher reasons, but won't make any sense. Who won the first Heisman Trophy? Jay Berwanger, March 19th, 1914. $49.25, 11217, 134417. It's nothing really jumping off the page. I did run Top Gun, Maverick, and the Batman movie. The Batman was 1493. It's day 93, which is Good Friday. But the 149, don't forget, is Antichrist. In, I believe, it's reverse ordinal. Yeah, reverse ordinal gematria. In Top Gun Maverick, I'm guessing, but if that's what I remember, it's the third one over. And then Top Gun Maverick, To Our Rising Day, is 1409, which 149 again is Antichrist. In reverse ordinal. Wow. 147 on the event day, so there's your 47 code. Man, I am telling you, this is really outstanding stuff to me. Again, Alec Baldwin's birthday. That's when I saw The Dark Knight on a total solar eclipse. And then this would be, yeah, that's the full moon on 8/16. And there's your 440 if you include both dates. We can always do that. Wow. 440 is Antichrist and Jewish Hebrew Gematria. Anyway, there's a lot of things that really hit off of this for me. If you go to the Dark Knight, which is all about the dark and right eye, it's 6468 days. Remember, 68 is Donald J. Trump in reverse reduction gematria, and 68 is Antichrist in reverse reduction gematria. It's perfect. There's your 8 months, 16 days. There's your 816 again. I saw the movie on a total solar eclipse on 8/1, 2008. When you go to the rising, if we go to Dark Knight Rising on our 405, here's your 007. Include both dates, 008, because the 8th is of the 7. It's a twin clone body double trick. Perfect. 007. Oh, fused with 500 Antichrist. Bingo. I think we got our date. How in the world do you have 500? G500 is Antichrist and strong concordance fused with 007. Include both dates, 008. The 8th is of the 7, Revelation 17. Mamma Mia, here we go again. Remember, Mamma Mia came out on the same date as The Dark Knight? And The Dark Knight Rises came out on the same day as Mamma Mia, here we go again. That was their version of Barbenheimer. It just happened to be 6 years apart, but they were both on 7/20. There's your 816 again. 2,816 days. 7 years, 8 months, 16 days. There's your 816 again. Again, that 816, let's look at that again, because man, that's really popping. It's 17 years, 7 months, 20 days. There's your 720. Remember, 720 is when they did the fake lunar, 1969. 720. $207.13, and we know the 207 is 119 Donald plus 88 Trump. Let's look at their event on 7/13, since we just saw 7/13 coded. Well, I'll be a monkey's butt. 629. I'm not going to get into that, but wow. And then this past year, they just did on 9/10 an event. 205, and then on Rising Day, 207. 119 Donald plus 88 Trump. 119 is Donald in the Jewish Hebrew, and 88 is Trump in the ordinal. Wow. Man, this is if we were to do Barbenheimer with its 7/21 release date, I'm sorry, 7/27. Yeah, 7/21 release date. It's 987 days. Oh, that's a countdown backwards, isn't it? 9, 8, 7, boom. Oppenheimer was all about the boom. But if you include both dates, it's 988. Following day, you are going 88 miles per hour, and then it's 98.9 a palindrome. So we don't hate that in any direction. You know what I want? We'll call it a night with this. Girl with a dragon tattoo. When his right eye wound is healed by the goddess with the girl with the dragon tattoo, there's your date in the URL. 1568346. 34. Most countries write April 4th. April 3rd, which is the 8016 day. Most countries write it backwards from us. We write it 4-3. They write it 3-4, and there it is, 3-4 in the URL. But look at all the release dates, okay? And it's the 93rd day of the year, and there it is, 2393 box office. The AI set for them. So it's 2011, all three. in December. 2011 is going to be the 12th and 21st. Okay, United States and Sweden both on the 21st, same day. So 12th and the 21st. So on the event day, 5226, which would be the year, 14 years, 3 months, 22 days for a 322 code, Skull and Bones. 171 months, 22 days, remember 22, the 22nd prime number is 79, which is murder and simple gematria. So now let's hit it off on the 21st. There it is, 14 years, 3 months, 13 days, 313. This is a Zapruder film, 313. Might as well run JFK real quick, huh? The 1122 and 63. 22778, include both dates. We can always do that. And there's your murder code. Murder is 79 in simple gematria. 22779. 22nd prime number is 79. So there's your 22. Man. Jeez. Does the event take place on the 3rd and he dies on the 4th? The 4th is also big, but because of that, 22779 plus One World Trade Tower opened on 4/4. Not One World Trade Tower, the World Trade Center, the Twins. If we go to the World Trade Center on its 11/3 opening and run it to the rising day, nothing really leaps out at me there. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have time to keep going because I could do this all night. Just start looking at everything. But I like what I've seen. I guess we should always do No Time to Die. And there's your 164. Remember, his number is 163464. Begins with the 16, ends in the 64, and there it is, 164 fusion. His number is 163464 when you multiply 6 times 14 times 1946. And then the song No Time to Die, 2/13/2020, 2243. And 22, remember, District 22 was the bus, on the bus that the Joker drove out, because 22nd prime number is 79, which is murder. And there it is, 2243, or murder on 4/3. That's coded right there on the release date of No Time to Die. Doesn't mean anything's going to happen. It's just stuff that I look at. And I already looked at when they went 88 miles per hour. I looked at all that kind of stuff. I did all that on my own, but I could do that with y'all if you want to take a look at it. When they went 88 miles per hour, it was October 26th. 1985, 147. There's your 147. Your 47's all over it, no matter which day it is, death or rising day. Remember, it's a spiritual rising on the 3rd day. Satan possessing the body, Heisman Trophy, he is man. And you do see 40 years, 5 months for the 405 rising date, which it would still be in effect on the rising day. Back to the Future came out on 7/3 in 85. And that's gigantic. 148, which is Donald J. Trump and simple gematria, fused with the 88, which is Trump and simple gematria. And if you run it to the rising day, it's 148.86. Is he being 86th on 405? I actually like this better, that it's going to take place on a Friday because Jesus died on a Friday and they would try to mimic that. And the 148.86 is more about going forth, conquering, and to conquer on his rising day or crowning event, the 86ing of the church, moving forward. I like that as much or more as anything else. But if not, if the event is on Easter Sunday and he rises on till Tuesday, 407, with Back to the Future, it would be the 148.88, 148.88, 14888. I mean, it's all there. Super interesting. All of this whole time frame, this whole Frank the Rabbit. Ah, that's right. If we go to when Frank got shot, I did not look at that. Frank got shot on October 30th, 1988. Frank the Rabbit, the right eye wound. It's 13669. If you include both dates, 13670. I love that for a big time personal cipher. The Donnie Darko date, 13697. The 97th verse is the opening of the seal. The 98th, the 99th. 37 years, 6 months, 1 day. There's 761 code. The Ghost in the Machine album came out October 2nd, 1981. Remember, October 2nd spelled out comes to Donald Trump. 16254. The 254th day was 9/11. It's 2,322 weeks to perfection. Whoa. It's perfect. Man, I'm telling you, I am absolutely liking this date. Big time. Big time. Big time. All right. We're keeping our right eye on Friday, April 3rd through the 5th for the event, but I like the 3rd the best. Love you guys.